since the amazing Sylvester had made a dove appear between her hands at her friend Angelo's 8th birthday party last month. So far, the amazing Tinkerbell's magical repertoire ran to making chocolates vanish into her mouth and nothing else. But she had promised to make an egg pop out of P's ear very soon, whether P wanted one to or not.
Perhaps magic isn't the best way to get her to open the door, P suggested gently, taking the broken wand away.
Tinkerbell shrugged.
Maybe. Oi, Clover, she shouted, rapping hard on the door. Mum says I can eat all your birthday cake if you don't come out.
Tink, hissed P. That's not what I meant.
She cleared her throat and knocked again, more softly.
Clover, it's P. Mum didn't really say that about the cake. You know she wouldn't. Only it's after 3 o'clock already, and everyone's coming to your party at past, so,
There was a scratchy sound, followed by another note.
Tell my party guests I love them.
A series of heartfelt sniffs emanated from behind the door. P and Tinkerbell exchanged nervous looks. Clover's ability to cry was legendary. If she began a full weepathon now, the party would be over before she was even halfway through her allotted box of tissues.
Listen, I know it's frustrating having to wait for your presents, P began.
But it's loads more annoying for us, said Tinkerbell. You always get yours before I get mine. Every year. For like the whole of my life, forever and ever and ever.
This was true. Quite by chance, the Llewellyn family birthdays were all squeezed into the month of May. After Clover came Tinkerbell, who would be 8 on the 13th. P, who would be turning 12, and Mum shared a birthday on the 28th. Every year, the flipping over of the family calendar to May was greeted with cheers from the sisters and groans from Mum, who had to pay for it all. Secretly, P hated it. It wasn't the waiting she minded exactly. She had always thought that the anticipation when faced with a pile of still-wrapped presents might be her very favourite part of a birthday. She had a good imagination, and dreaming up what might be inside each lumpy package was always a thrill, when of course the real contents might well turn out to be socks. But by the time P's big day arrived, everyone was fed up with parties and saying, "Oh, how lovely," while other people unwrapped things. Everyone except P. Since it was Mum's birthday too, she never had a whole one to herself either. This year, the 28th of May was also opening night for Alice in Wonderland, and since Clover was going to play Alice, she would have to share it even more than usual. Really, she thought, if anyone was entitled to lock themselves in their bedroom to sniffle and push rude notes under the door, it was her. But it wasn't her birthday party today, it was Clover's, and it was almost ready to start. And as usual, P would have to be the calm, sensible sister who mended everything.
"What's that?"
said Tinkerbell, sniffing the air. P wrinkled up her nose. There was a sort of crispy smell, like something being fried that shouldn't be. The moment she recognized it, P gasped.
"Are you straightening your hair at the same time as having a big cry?" she said, hammering on the door much less sympathetically.
Another note slid out.
"I'm multitasking."
"Enough?"
asked Tinkerbell.
"Enough,"
said P firmly. She gripped the door handle and pushed hard.
"Now shush up and listen, Clover, because, oh!"
Standing in the centre of the orange-painted bedroom was Alice in Wonderland. It was Clover, really, of course. She was holding some hair straighteners, which P was quite sure weren't in the original story, but otherwise she was dressed exactly like the drawings in the book on P's attic bookshelf. She wore a blue dress with a skirt that stuck out, a white pinny over the front, white socks and neat black shoes. Her long yellowy hair, usually so tumbly and wavy, now hung straight about her pink face, and there was a blue ribbon on the bed, waiting to sweep it back off her forehead.